Hi, everybody. My name is Mrs. Knutson, and I am an English teacher at Prior Lake High School. I've been there for 26 years. You may have seen me. My room is on second floor, C210. I'm right next door to Mr. Allen's room. Anyway, the program that I run in the English department is known as NC, and it's a secret kind of a program that we have at Prior Lake High School that you won't find on the registration guide. You can't register. You have to be recommended for it. And so I want to tell you a little bit about the program and what it's all about. The first thing that I want you to know is that NC stands for Normandale Concurrent Enrollment English. And it is a cohort, which means that you will go through your English classes with the same group of about 60 students over the next 2 years. So every semester or every quarter, you might, change a little bit, but you're always going to be with that group of 60 core kids. That's what a cohort is all about. Concurrent. Concurrent means happening at the same time. And concurrent enrollment English is a group of students who have been recommended by their 10th grade teachers because you are a motivated student, you work well independently, you are good in groups, you do your stuff, and basically your English teachers from 10th grade think you are a bright and shining star in their classes, and they think that you deserve to have the opportunity to earn legitimate college credit while still being in high school. Anyway, so it's like basically PSEO without ever having to leave Prior Lake High School. And so how this all happened, in about 2012, I got really tired of the fact that we were growing so big at Prior Lake High School, and I would be with my classes and the quarter would end and I feel like I would just get to know my students and then they would leave and move on to another teacher. And that relationship was ended, and I just really didn't like that at all. And so I wanted a program where I could make sure that I had the same kids and we could really form that family, that relationship in class. Secondly, I really thought that as a school, we serviced our AP level English students very, very well. And we also at Prior Lake service our special needs population really well. And I felt like there was a disconnect at the middle level. We have a lot of really motivated kids sitting in general level classes, and maybe they don't want to take AP level English in particular, but that doesn't mean that there shouldn't be a program to allow for a student who is motivated to earn college credit. And so that's sort of where this whole thing came from. It was a win for me as a teacher, but also a win for you because you earn 11 college credits before you exit high school, which is pretty cool. So this whole thing started in 2013. Let me show you a little bit of some pictures, I guess. My first graduating class was in 2016, and then the second one was in 2018. And I did that. I skipped 2017 because that first group was a 3-year group, and they were my test program, my pilot program. And I just wanted to see how the whole thing worked and if it would go and all of that. And it was really successful, and the kids are now, graduating from college, and some of them are in grad school. I have a couple who are engaged. I have one in law school. That's just so cool. It's really fun to see, and I'm still in contact with a whole bunch of them, and that's really neat to just see how they've grown and blossomed into adulthood. Same thing with my 2018 kids. They are now, grown and flown and in college. My 2019 group all just graduated last year. They are just finishing up their freshman year at college or in whatever they're doing. My 2020 seniors, they are really enjoying this whole online learning thing. But they are doing really well, and I enjoy having them so much and miss them desperately. Same goes with my current group of juniors. They are going to be graduating next year. And so really what happens is that I'll do a visual. I have 2 sections of seniors and 2 sections of juniors in my NC program. At the end of the year, I graduate my seniors, my juniors move to the senior position, and I populate a new group of juniors. That's where you guys come in. Your 10th grade teachers have recommended you to be part of this program and potentially be part of my new group of junior NC students for next year. Anyway, from there, let me talk benefits. You get college credit. That is a benefit. Free college credit. If you think about the thousands and thousands of dollars that you could potentially save that you don't have to pay for college, and that's a benefit. Secondly, same English teacher for 2 years. Boy, do I get to know you. Like everything about you. I can give you great feedback on your writing, great feedback on your reading, and really see you progress from the beginning of your junior year all the way through graduation. You're with the same group of kids. You get to know each other really well. I call you my NC fam. I often just walk into the room every day and say, "Hi fam, how are you doing today?" You get support along the way and investment in you and your learning. That's what having you for 2 years affords me. And I, am very passionate about that. You become my kids. Past that point, the question is always, is it harder? Kinda, sort of. You have to be motivated, and it seems like you already are, or you wouldn't have been recommended. You're taking college level classes. You're taking college credit classes. So Normandale, of course, is going to have a certain expectation for what you do and the kind of work that you're asked to do. But since I have you for 2 years, I will know your strengths and weaknesses and can support you along the way. You are going to be doing more independent work. You're going to be doing more independent reading and writing. And so you've got to be a kid who doesn't shortcut your way through things. If I say, read this, I'm going to expect that you read it, because you're probably going to have to either discuss it, or you're going to have to prepare something, or you might even have to write a response or something on it. You're also going to be doing lots and lots and lots of small group work. So I kind of say my NC kids have to be able to play well with others and not be that weak link in the group. My hunch is that in sophomore English, there have been times where you've done small group work and you have been the person who is the worker bee, and have felt how frustrating it is to have other kids in your group who are not motivated and not doing their thing. That rarely happens in NC. It's a group of kids who are really motivated and are willing to do the work, and it's amazing the kinds of things that can be produced when everybody is in it and is working. So that's a big thing. Also, 2 years of college level work is really, really going to improve your reading and writing skills and get you ready for college. It's also going to help you on things like the ACT, and it will help you in your other classes, because you're going to be ready to go and have the skills that you need to improve in those classes and do well in your future. So what do we take overall? The first semester of your junior year is actually only a high school credit earning class. You take something called Read and Write for College, and that is really a precursor course for Normandale, and it is teaching you really how to read and write at the college level. We do a lot of grammar, we do a lot of sentence structure stuff, we do a lot of punctuation and all of those things. We read a lot of textbooks and pick them apart and figure out how they're structured. This class really does help with like ACT preparation. The next semester, you're going to be taking your first college earning class, college credit earning class called Freshman Composition. And it is exactly that. You do a lot of writing. This is where you do your big research paper, and but you're learning how to write at a college level, and you'll earn 4 college credits for that. Senior year, we move on to a class first semester called Literature of Diversity. That's a 3-credit class, and we are looking at groups who have been traditionally underrepresented in the literary canon. And so we read literature by all sorts of different people: African Americans, Asian Americans, Latino Americans, Native Americans. And at the college level, this class will meet the goal area of a diverse learners class, which most colleges have. And then second semester of your senior year, you're going to be taking American Literature 2, where we are reading literature from the American canon and going from the very beginning to current with both novels, short stories, poetry, those types of things. What about registration? You've already registered for English 11 for next year. I know that. If you are approved to be part of NC, then Mrs. Super in the guidance office this summer will change your English class registration to reflect NC English for the fall. The one caveat, sadly, if you have committed to be part of MinCaps for next year, you can't be part of NC. There is an overlap in classes that you can't double dip with. Both of us offer freshman composition, and so you wouldn't want to take that class twice because you wouldn't get any benefit credit wise out of it. So if you've already committed to MinCaps, stay with that. That's good. Last, the process of joining NC is a little bit different this year. Typically, we have all sorts of interest meetings, and I get to see your faces, and you apply to Normandale and all of those things. That obviously is not the case this year. So if you are interested in being part of NC or getting more information, I would like you to either email me at my big long email address that I've posted here, or you can send me a message through Schoology, and I'll get back to you, and you can just express your interest, and we'll take it from there. Thank you so much for listening. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.